we have another From the Forge review for you guys this evening. We have a very special game we're going to play with you guys. We are going to have Betrayal at the House on the Hill. It's made by Avalon Hill, and it is distributed by Wizards of the Coast. Yes, Wizards of the Coast, those ones that bring you Magic the Gathering. They bring you Dungeons & Dragons. They have also partnered with Avalon Hill to bring you Betrayal. Also, with our journey through Betrayal, is we have the newly released expansion for Betrayal. That is the Widow's Walk. It gives you new rooms, new items, new omens, and 50 new quests as you journey into this haunted house. The game is simple. You will journey through the home. You will find items. You will find rooms. Events will happen. Dark omens shall appear. Halfway through the game, a dark but sometimes subtle, sometimes dangerous haunt shall begin. When that happens, will one of your friends turn traitor? Will the house turn on you? We will find out tonight on this review of Betrayal at the House on the Hill. Hey everyone, welcome to the Forge. We're going to introduce all the players real quick. We have Matt, we have Angel, we have Gotrick, we have Chad, and I am your host for the evening, Justin, the general manager of the Dragon's Forge, as we play our version of Betrayal at the House on the Hill, Widow's Walk. Guys, we have our board set. We've decided who's going first. That will be me. First things first, my speed to move is 3. So I will move 3 spaces. I will just go 1 and 2, and I will take a floor, an upper floor.
The game room.
Okay, since that is a room with an event in it, the turn will end. So, Gotrick, if you will, tell us what event is going on inside the game room. Ironically, since we are playing in the game room tonight.
Drip, drip, drip. A rhythmic sound that needles at your brain. Put the drip token in this room. Each explorer rolls 1 fewer die, minimum of 1, on all trait rolls while in this room.
Okay, we shall find the drip token, we'll put it in there, and we take a -1 to each roll. While I do that, it will be going clockwise, so Matt, you will continue on with your search into the house.
I'm going to go into the game room and then go through it.
For those that haven't played...
across the hall?
Across the hall.
For those that haven't played in Betrayal, you normally can move up to your movement speed, but if you reveal a room that has an event, item, or omen, your turn automatically stops there once you reveal a new room. Unless it doesn't have one of those requirements, then you continue moving.
The Panic Room. It is an event room, and when you exit, you may attempt a speed roll of 3+. If you succeed, move to any room with a dumb water. Waiter. I'm sorry, the words are smudged on the tiles.
Okay. This is one of the new rooms for the Widow's Walk. This is the Panic Room.
The event for this room, Night View. When you see a vision of a ghostly couple walking the grounds, silently strolling their wedding best in the panic room. You must attempt a knowledge roll.
So you roll off your knowledge. So that means he has to roll the dice equal to his knowledge. What is your knowledge?
3.
3, so you roll 3 dice, and we will see what happens off the roll of his die.
I got 3.
3. You pull back in horror, unable to watch. That's all it says for 0 to 4.
So,
at a 5 or higher, you recognize the ghosts as former inhabitants of the house. You call their names, and they turn to you, whispering dark secrets of the house, and you gain 1 knowledge. Because you failed your check, you will not gain the knowledge.
Okay. So that will end the room. Now he ends his turn there. We have to line it up to where the door meets door. So it will now be Angel's turn to go into the house. And that route is effectively blocked off, seeing as there are no other doors out of the panic room, so we cannot continue further down that line.
I have a movement speed of 4, so I'm going to go 1 and 2 for a ground floor.
The treehouse. Put a plant token on any open door on the roof or upper floor. This room is adjacent to that door.
There are no open rooms, so we do not put on the upper floor, so we do not put a plant token at this time.
It is an event. The walls. This room is warm. Flesh-like walls pulse with a steady heartbeat. Your own heart beats with the rhythm of the house. You are drawn into the walls and emerge somewhere else. You must draw the next room tile and put it in the house. Put your explorer in that room.
It'll be a roof tile or an upper, so you have the choice on if it goes on upper floor or roof.
The roof.
Okay.
The roof gained the Widow's Walk. Add 1 to the result of knowledge checks here, and subtract 1 from the results of speed rolls here. And it is another event.
Yep, the event will trigger. So she lines that up wherever she wants to on the roof landing. And since that does have a roof and it is revealed, that is the first roof or upper landing, so the plant token does go in this room. The event will be triggered, and if she ends her turn here, she will get a bonus.
The event. What the? As you look back the way you came, you see nothing. Just empty fog and mist where a room used to be. Pick up the tile for the room you are in. After setting everything on it aside. Put it somewhere else on the same floor of the house, so its door is attached to a different unexplored doorway. Put everything you set aside. Put back everything you set aside. If there isn't an unexplored doorway on this floor, move the room to a different floor. So you'll simply reposition to a different floor on the roof.
So she's had some literal teleportation going around. Things are getting freaky in the house on the hill tonight.
It'll be my turn next. I have a speed of 6, so I'm gonna go here, here, and see what's over here. The dining room that contains an omen.
Our first omen is revealed, and we should go for Sandlot before he draws his omen card, who we're all playing tonight. It'll start with me. I am playing Father Reinhardt. I have a might of 2 at base stat. Sanity, I have a base stat of 6. Knowledge, I have a base stat of 4. Speed, I have a base stat of 3. Matt, who do you have?
I'm playing as Brandon Jaspers. He has a might of 4, a sanity of 4, a knowledge of 3, and a speed of 4.
I am playing the youngest, the 8-year-old named Zoe Ingstrom. She has a speed of 4, a might of 3, sanity of 5, and knowledge of 3.
I am playing Darren Flash Williams. 20 years old, with a might of 3, sanity of 3, knowledge of 3, and a speed of 6.
Alright, I'm playing Vivian Lopez, age 42. Speed of 4, might of 2, sanity of 4, and knowledge of 5.
Alright.
And I have no clue what any of that was supposed to mean.
And Angel, did you gain your stats for ending your turn in the Widow's Walk?
No, she did not gain any knowledge. She gets a +1 on knowledge checks made in that room.
Okay, I am sorry.
Alright, now revealing the omen that I have stepped into.
You stepped in.
Mask. A somber mask to hide your intentions. Once during your turn, You can attempt a sanity roll to use the mask. On a 4+, you put on or take off the mask. If you put on the mask, you gain 2 knowledge and lose 2 sanity. If you take off the mask, you gain 2 sanity and lose 2 knowledge. And a 0 to 3, you cannot use the mask this turn. Now it says to make a hunt.
Okay. When you make a hunt roll, you take 6 dice, and I will be passing 6 dice to Gotrek. He will roll those 6 dice, and on a 1, he should pass it. If he was to fail and not get any dice at all, though, the hunt would immediately start.
5.
So on a 5, the hunt does not begin. We continue playing as normal.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so my turn. Everybody's going off that way. I'm going to go off this way.
Very well.
3 to 4.
The statuary corridor.
Okay.
And there is an event. Image in the mirror. There's an old mirror in this room. Your frightened reflection moves on its own. You realize it is you from another time. Your reflection writes on the mirror. This will help. Then it hands you an item through the mirror. Draw an item card.
So a little bit of time traveling going on in the haunted house tonight.
The item card you receive is dynamite. The fuse isn't lit yet. Instead of attacking, you can throw the dynamite through a connecting door into an adjacent room. Each explorer and monster with might and speed traits in that room must attempt a speed roll. At 5+, you take no damage from the dynamite, but a 0 to 4, you take 4 points of physical damage. And then discard this item.
So we now have some explosives, or one of us. Be a shame if he turns traitor and that gets used on the players. So at that point, the first round is over. So it'll now go back to me. I will continue on the journey that I started. I will pass by Gottrek's character, and I will go through the dining room, look at him, say hello, and check the next room.
You end up in a bloody room.
Ooh.
One of these doors seems to go to nowhere, where it attaches to the panic room.
Alright, in the game, if people have not played, when you have a room that has an adjacent door there into a room that would have nothing anymore, count that door as invisible. It is not there in that room in this version of the game.
In this room is an item. Dark dice. Are you feeling lucky? Once per turn, you can roll 3 dice. Depending on what you roll, a different outcome. At 6, move to the location of any explorer not revealed as the traitor. On a 5, move one other explorer in the same room into an adjacent room. 4, gain 1 physical trait. 3, immediately move into an adjacent room at no movement cost. 2, gain 1 mental trait. 1, draw an event card. Or 0, reduce all of your traits to the lowest value above the skull symbol, and then discard the dark dice.
Ooh.
So as long as you don't get a 0, you can use those once per turn.
Yep.
You can use them this turn if you do so much.
I will take a risk on rolling the dark dice now, so I will need 1 more dice.
There you are.
On a 2, I gain 1 mental trait. I have really high sanity right now to begin with, so I'm going to go on ahead and in my mental trait gain an extra die of knowledge. So that will be my turn. I'm going to set the dice back in the center and pass it on to Matt.
Alright, I guess I'm going to go... Got a speed of 4, so I guess I can carry on and go on past Justin.
Do you have to roll anything for exiting that room?
You may if you wish to go to another room with water.
Okay.
Since
waiter.
waiter.
But
We don't have anything revealed with a dumbwaiter yet, so.
We do not have a dumbwaiter, so you can leave as normal. 1, 2, 3, and
Send me up.
4. The library.
Ooh, yay.
Once per game, if you end your turn here, gain 1 knowledge. Along with that, there is an event.
That's my knowledge out of 5.
The event. Footsteps. The floorboards slowly creak. Dust rises. Footprints appear on the dirty floor. And then, as they reach you, they're gone. Roll 1 dice.
Two.
Lose 1 sanity.
Ouch.
Drops me down to 3, everybody.
And it is safe to say, if you look at the character cards, if you get skulls in one trait, well,
Die.
you can kind of guess what happens.
Next will be
Angel,
Up on the roof by her lonesome.
Yay!
Where would you like to go?
Move me to the roof landing and take me up. Roof.
The Rookery. When discovered, search the room. Stack and choose a room tile to place in the house. Then shuffle that stack.
very nice.
Very nice.
So you get to put a room anywhere you want to from the...
Stack of tiles.
Now, that does not trigger the event, or if there's an item on there or an omen, it will not trigger until someone actually walks into the room.
I can actually look at
Yeah,
it.
you can actually physically look at it.
There's a. Is that an omen emblem on that?
Yeah, there is an
That
omen.
is.
No, man.
Wait for her to place the tile.
Very nifty.
So is she going to play smart and try to... If anyone has not played, there's a dangerous situation with this game called in the basement. There is no physical way out of the basement until you reveal the tile for the basement that lets you back into the foyer. So you can easily get trapped.
I think that's what she was going for.
It'll be a basement only tile.
There's probably that one sitting right there on that.
So we have our stairs out from the basement to begin with on the game.
Alright.
Yay.
You are welcome.
Now
Basement is
for
scary.
the omen in the room. The ring. A battered ring with an incomprehensible inscription. The effect. If you attack an opponent that has a sanity trait, you can attack with sanity instead of might. Your opponent then defends with sanity, and damage is mental instead of physical.
Alright.
Now, I need 1 more dice, and she has to make a haunt roll.
Now, it is good, it should be said, we are going to be playing straight Widow's Walk's rules tonight. If we get a haunt that does not play in the Widow's Walk, we will be using the supplemental rule to bypass that haunt and go for a... and go until we find a Widow's Walk haunt.
She got it.
Which the haunt does not begin. What was your result on that?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, total of 6.
2, total of 6.
Alright.
It's pretty well possible at 13.
I will continue out across the hall from Justin into this room. Those may need to be shuffled.
One that is
Ground.
ground only, ground in the basement.
The laundry room. If you end your turn here, you may discard an item card to draw an item card from the discard pile. Along with that, there is an item and a symbol I am unfamiliar with.
That is a dumbwaiter.
That is a dumbwaiter.
Yep.
Very well.
Dumbwaiter lets you go down any one level on a explored room below you or above you.
I see. I will draw my item card. The candle. It makes shadows move. At least you hope it's doing that. If you draw an event card, roll one additional die, maximum of 8 dice, for that event's trait rolls. If you have the bell, book, and candle, gain 2 in each trait. The first time you lose one of those 3 items later in game, you lose 2 from each trait. Very well, that will help me with all my future events, unless it is discarded for a reason. Chad, you are up next. Continue on the hall. Alright. Another ground. 1 at random. Thank you. The arsenal. When you draw an item card in this room, draw 2 cards and choose one to keep, discarding the other.
Okay.
There is a dumbwaiter and your item card.
Okay.
So, I will pass you 2 item cards. You can choose from one of them and I will read it out loud.
Take this one.
Are you keeping this one?
This one.
Okay. The smelling salts have been discarded. Chad Vivian has gained armor. It's just crop armor from a Renaissance fair, but it's still metal. Anytime, not just once your turn. Anytime you take physical damage, take 1 less. This item cannot be stolen.
Okay. So since I didn't trigger an event, I mean I can still keep going?
No. Once
Once a new tile is revealed.
Oh, okay.
once a new tile is revealed and it's got an item card in it, you continue. It's your turn's in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Justin, you are up.
Alright. We've been taking turns back and forth leapfrogging through all this, and that room has
Has 1 door here.
1 door. Okay. We will take and leapfrog into the next door, around the panic room.
The collapsed room.
Oh!
You must attempt a speed roll of 5+ to avoid falling.
I'll need 1 more die. Looks like the father may have found the hole to the basement. He does not!
Oh man!
With 5 on 3 dice, you successfully passed. If you had failed, we would have pulled a basement card, set it in play, and you would have taken 1 point of physical damage.
Since there's not an event or item, I keep moving since I passed through the collapsed room. I am going to make him wonder which way I went since there's a giant hole here. And I'm just going to go skirt around and say, I've had enough of that and go this way.
The ballroom, containing an event.
Seems to be a very one-sided mansion.
image in the mirror. If you don't have any item cards, this event affects the next explorer to your left with an item card. There is an old mirror in this room. Your frightened reflection moves on its own. You realize it is you from another time. You need to help your reflection, so you'll write on the mirror, "This will help." And you hand your item through the mirror. Choose one of your item cards, not an omen card, and put it in the item stack. Then shuffle the stack and gain 1 knowledge.
Now, before that happens, I can take my choice to roll the dice before they go away. On a 4, I gain 1 physical trait. I'm going to put that in my weakest trait, which is my might, to go to a 4. And then I pass the dice to the mirror to me in some unknown time in the future. It can be a great little tie-in if you're playing this game at a later date and you get the mirror card like Chad did, and I gain the dice.
That would be funny.
We've had it happen before.
So,
Max?
does that mean you draw...
No, I do not draw another item card.
Okay.
I gain a knowledge. I gain a point of knowledge though for doing that.
Well, that is me, sir. You will be going here.
To the left. Oh, that's copyrighted. It's copyrighted. Sorry, copyright gods, please do not come down and get me.
You have stepped out onto the patio.
Okay, patio. This is where things went wrong last time.
With an event, Angry Being.
Yep.
It emerges from the slime on the wall next to you. You must attempt a speed roll. What is your speed?
4.
4 dice.
Please, all
Close.
3 2s and 1 1.
For a 7, you get away and gain 1 speed.
Which way do you go?
I'm going to go forward.
You outrun the slime being, and you enter the theater.
Ah, yay.
Oh, that's a new one.
That is
This is a new one.
And there is an omen in this room. The key. You've been wondering how to open all the locks in the house. The question is, why did they get locked in the first place? Add 4 dice to trait rolls to open or take something from a card or room tile, such as the locked room, safe, or vault. You may pass through the locked room without removing a lock. At the start of each turn, you may put a lock token on an unlocked door in the locked room, if you are next to that door. Now make a hunt roll.
That is a very, very powerful omen card in this game.
And this is number 3, so I gotta get a 3 or better. I did it.
With another 7.
Actually,
An 8, rather.
8.
So it would be his benefit to start searching the house to find the vault, or get the safe event so he can gain a lot of items.
Dear, where are you going now?
She can only go 1 or 2 ways.
Can I click back down to get back down to the treehouse?
Yes. Yes. Did I put the plant token?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
With the plant token, you can go from there back to the treehouse.
But it will take 1, 2, 3 movement because it counts as one of your moves to use the plant. So, and you can also use the root.
1, 2, 3.
It is also good. It also should be noted the roof landing will take you to the upper lake as well. If you so decide. I didn't get to tell you that before you made your movement.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I've gone to the upper landing.
The upper landing lets you. Yeah, the roof has direct access. The upper landing has direct access to the roof.
Looking into the collapsed room, I'm going to go, no. And with my speed of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. The Menagerie. Once per game, if you end your turn here, put your explorer token here and gain 1 physical trait. There is also a dumbwaiter and an event. So I will gain a physical trait, and I'm going to put it in might, and then read my event. Jonah's turn. 2 boys are playing with a wooden top. Would you like a turn, Jonah? One asks. No, says Jonah. I want all the turns. Jonah takes the top and hits the other boy in the face. The boy falls. Jonah keeps hitting him as they fade from view. If an explorer has the puzzle box, that explorer discards that item and draws a replacement item for it. If this happens, you gain 1 sanity. Otherwise, you take 1 mental damage.
Oh.
So, that is going to drop my knowledge.
Well, I thoroughly think that would make you lose your mind a little bit. 2 little boys fighting over a top.
And then fading from existence.
Alright.
So much for it being a good move.
I think I'm gonna go that way.
Right here. Ground floor.
If you notice, everyone is slowly but surely pulling away from one another, as this happens in most games.
The conservatory. With an event code.
Looks like that.
It is.
Let's hope it's not the dead end.
That'd be the short end for me.
The locked safe. Behind a portrait is a wall safe. It is trapped, of course. Put the safe token in this room. Once during an explorer's turn, that explorer can attempt a knowledge roll to open the safe.
Okay.
Know where I'm going.
I will be putting that one there.
Alright, so this is my turn.
What better place to hide a sight than an observatory?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points. You succeed. Draw 2 item cards and remove the safe token.
So, one item has been taken, or 2 items have been taken for unlocking that safe. Unfortunately, poor Matt will not get to use his key.
I can still use my key on other things.
This is true. The 2 items you receive are chalk, a simple drawing stick made of ground bone and wax. You may roll knowledge instead of might on defense rolls, which is a great bonus to you,
yeah.
being one of the smartest characters here.
Got a knowledge of 4. No, we got a knowledge of 6 right now.
I got a knowledge of 5.
I got knowledge of 5 starting off.
Right.
The second item is the sacrificial dagger, a weapon. A twisted shard of iron covered in mysterious symbols and stained with blood. When making a might attack with this weapon, you roll 3 extra dice, maximum of 8. But you must first make a knowledge roll. 6 or higher, no effect. 3 to 5, lose 1 mental trait. 0 to 2, the dagger twists in your hand, and you take 2 physical damage, and you cannot attack this turn. You cannot use another weapon while you're using this one.
So he now has 2 weapons plus armor.
And he can defend using his knowledge.
Chad's character is looking to be a very powerful person here shortly.
Let us hope he is not the betrayer.
Alright,
Justin.
After the shaky collapse room and seeing some things happen in the ballroom, he's decided to make haste and go on to the next room.
You have stepped out into the graveyard.
Oh dear.
When exiting, you must attempt a sanity roll of 4+. If you fail, lose 1 knowledge, but continue moving. There is also an event in this room.
Oh dear. The father is praying at the moment.
The creepy puppet.
Oh dear.
You see one of those dolls that give you the willies. It jumps at you with a tiny spear. The player on your right rolls a might 4 attack for the creepy puppet.
So you have to get 4 dice and roll.
Okay.
You defend against the attack as normal by rolling dice equal to your might.
Okay. So I have a might 4. So anything other than a 1, I beat. If not, I take 1 point of damage. And roll a 1. I thoroughly win the might attack. You roll a 3?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Okay. So he rolled a 3. I rolled a 2, 4, 6, 7. So I beat the creepy puppet.
You do not take any damage. If you did take damage from this attack, the explorer with the spear gains 2 might, unless you have the spear. Unfortunately, nobody else had the spear, but you did save yourself from the attack.
I punted that little creepy thing.
Matt, it is your go.